Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and I'm here this early afternoon for Ava, episode 19. Last time on Ava. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Poor Shinji. Poor Toji. Poor everybody. Everything's fucked. We had an angel with the weird goopy stuff of some kind infect Toji's Ava. And after talking with some people in the Discord about this, I get the feeling that that occurred when we saw the plane that was carrying him go through a big lightning storm. There's sort of ominous there. Thinking maybe it was an Ava particulate thing dispersed in the cloud and it infected him. Shinji wasn't able to do the deed, and so his father took away his ability to control his Ava and gave it over to the dummy plug with a copy of Ray's consciousness in it, and used that to brutally beat the fuck out of the enemy Ava angel hybrid thing. Brutally. Lots of blood and guts and gore. It was great. I loved it. But also heavy, so I get the feeling that Shinji is not gonna be super happy about this. And, he might actually be angry, which would be interesting. It'll be interesting whether he just gets dejected and depressed, or if he gets angry. Because I would like to see Shinji angry, but I have a feeling he'll just be like, We'll see. We'll see. In any case, this is Ava episode 19. So let's get into it. Before we do, chill stuff real quick. If you like these videos, like this video, if you like all these videos and you want more, then you can sub and you can get more, and ta-da! You know how that works. And if you're already subbed, and you're not being made aware that my videos exist, then the bell is supposed to be the way to help with that. If you really like this content, or you want the next episode early, or you just want to help support this channel, patreon.com/Tiabu is a thing which exists. And speaking of supporting this channel, I have to make a huge shout out to GK Lighta. This guy is going above and beyond to support this channel, going for the $15 tier, the esteemed colleague tier, and that is the equivalent of about 5 dozen eggs that he buys me straight up, and that's kind of amazing. So GK, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. So let's get into episode 19 of Evangelion. There will be a beep beep timer. It's a slightly new beep beep timer. I've altered it slightly. So instead of going boop 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 beep, it'll go boop 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 beep. It just sounds a little bit better to me, and like, I think it's a little bit better. The reason for that is that there was a countdown timer in Ava, and it went boop, 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 beep. And I thought that was more effective, so I went and I recut the audio so that it makes sense. It also just, I modified it so it's all one track. Previously, the timer that actually starts at 0 and the timer that goes from -5 up to 0 were separate files, so I had to arrange them in my editor and like arrange them on the screen and stuff like that. Now it's all one file, so it's all aligned, and I just have to put it in and then line it up, and then it's done. So it saves me like 1.5 minutes maximum on every video that I make, but that's on every video that I make, so it's a few steps less, and that's kind of nice. Anyway, that beep beep timer will go before the video, and if you the 0, the beep, will occur at the exact same frame that Ava starts playing on my screen. I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. I'm using the Bankai 77 RIP of Ava. It is also the filtered version. So he's applied some filters to it to make it look really nice and take out some of the grain that gets into the footage. So it's really pretty, and I like it. And if you want to play along with your own media, I would highly recommend going and getting this one from Nya. If you don't know what Nya is, I have a video called How to Torrent Anime, and that'll answer your question. Okay, let's do the thing. Beep beep timer goes here. Also, there will be notes on screen. Let me zoom those notes in so they'll be more visible. Nice. Yo, Shinji, get in the robot. Oh, he angry. Toji's alive. Whoa. Sure. Oh. Whoa. Who is this? Yeah, okay. It's Gun Otaku. What will Shinji do? And what is this angel? They're fighting inside the Geofront? Oh. Kanto roll. Whoa! Yeah! Ow! You're not safe. Oh my god. Whoa! Gendo's just piecing out? Kinda. Oh. all of this, he's gonna... Yeah, but you can go and pilot the Ava. Yeah, Shinji, get in the robot! Oh. Oh. Whoa! Oh! Give me your face. Oh. A human arm. Oh, this is black and white instead of the blue coloring that we normally get. Interesting. Okay, well, I got what I asked for. Shinji angry. Refuses to be removed from the Eva. And they try to reason with him. If we hadn't done it, if we hadn't taken control away from you, you would have been killed. And his answer is, that doesn't matter. Shouldn't have done it. And then he threatens them. I have the power, the time left to destroy half of headquarters. He could do it too. And in his blind rage, as one of them says, he would do it too. And then what he says to his father, you tried to kill Toji with my hands. Yes, exactly. Take away your ability to control yourself. To control your Eva, which is an extension of yourself. So, Gendo has them pressurize the LCL, which seems to cause Shinji great pain. I guess just the fluid that he's in is like hyper pressurized. Again, he's taking away control, taking away any autonomy that Shinji has, any ability to make that choice, just by knocking him out. And they cut him out. We get this amazing scene, yeah. Let's go to that. To the beginning. I just saw some spoilers. Damn it. Form of the mind, form of the man. Okay. Where is it? Yeah. We get this conversation. This conversation. We get the same slanted light, but it's not cutting between the two of them. And the lighting is like, it's the same oppressive blue glow, but it's even brighter, even more blown out than before. The way we shoot between them is really interesting to me. Like, we shoot from their chest height. Both of them. Like, foreground is Rei's boobs. Foreground on the other side is Asuka's body. Interesting composition. I don't know why, but okay. Everything converging to a horizon over here. Everything's framed and drawn beautifully. Toji awakens. And Toji has this weird vision of some kind. Like, this train that we see him in, with these shots, this is the same as the train from the episode where Shinji was talking to his younger self, but instead he's talking to Rei. And it's as if Toji is somehow, like, tuned in to Shinji's consciousness. That's weird. Like, this makes sense as a scene if it's just Shinji having this conversation with Rei in his head. Why is Toji here? How is he able to see this? Yeah, he won't try to understand my feelings at all. Did you try to understand your father's feelings? I tried. Why don't you try to understand him? I tried. We've got these great choices to use a fisheye here. You can see that the background curves away from Shinji. Puts a lot of focus on the center of the screen, and makes it feel claustrophobic and oppressive and weird. Strange. What's wrong with running away from unpleasantness? Well, nothing and everything. It's a natural response. We run away from things that are unpleasant, that cause us pain, and we run toward things that cause us pleasure, but something that you learn as you age is that when you run away from things that cause you pain, you lose something. You lose a part of yourself, and you lose the strength that comes from overcoming that pain. Almost everything that's worth anything in life comes from walking toward suffering. From braving the batterings of the world. And I think that's what Shinji sort of comes to realize, though not in a stated way, in this episode. Because by the end, he does turn and run toward suffering, toward unpleasantness. 3 days of sleep, sorry about that lunch, tell my sister there's nothing wrong with me. Ah, the chain link shadows. Really, really striking set of shots. Yeah, we've got the same blown out lighting in the hospital. The bright, bright blue. And the same angle. Yeah, here we go. I think that this is the same place where Shinji had the conversation with Misato, where they were cut by the light. In this case, though, he's behind bars, in a sense. Maybe actually behind bars, given that he's handcuffed in the next scene. The way the shadows of the chain link, like, wrap around him, it's as if he's tied up. And then we focus on these handcuffs, and it's sort of ridiculous, right? Like, you could restrain Shinji Ikari with like a piece of yarn or a zip tie easily. But instead, they've got him in these super duper ultra mega heavy duty, like, triple ultra super mega over the top handcuffs. Like, you are the worst of criminals. Right. And his father sort of reads in the riot act. Private appropriation of a naval, blatant intimidation. You're a criminal, Shinji. You're a criminal, Shinji. And this room is this time, instead of just being dark, it is illuminated with brilliant crimson. And Shinji, in this scene, doesn't really cast a shadow. The way it's shot, his shadow just sort of goes over here, and it's really thin. But Ikari casts this huge perspective shadow from his desk. Huge! The light source is clearly over here somewhere. So it casts this huge shadow toward us, and then Shinji's shadow is just over here. Again, the framing and composition of this shot is just fantastic. It's really stellar. I wonder what this purple thing is here. It's maybe it's the window, the corner of the window, something like that. Hmm. Right. Then leave. I don't want to pilot an Ava anymore. I don't want to stay here. Then leave. You're running away again? Yep. You disappoint me. I doubt we'll ever meet again. That's my plan, asshole. Go back to my teacher's place. My teacher's place is not Misato's place, is it? Maybe it is. Or is it the place where he was staying before? Doubt we'll ever meet again. That's my intent. Erase him. Ray will be the pilot, dummy plug is backup. Yep. We get ceilings, and then he gets a phone call from the Gun Otaku guy. Yeah, ceilings. A different ceiling. So I think this is the place he was staying at first. Because it's not the same light fixture. And he gets this phone call, and this guy is like, what the fuck, bro? All that I want ever is to be an Ava pilot. And you have that and you're running away from it? What the fuck? I envied you. You're different. Even Toji became an Ava pilot. And I was passed over. And then they cut him off. You're not allowed to have this call, Shinji. Heh. Fuck. We go back to the train station. Same shots. Same establishing shots. And then the two of them, again, we've got sort of a fisheye lens. You can see how the perspective is warped around this thing. And this is curved. It's really quite gorgeous. And then this car with the reflections in it also serves to make this a really interesting composition. Like, the car doesn't need to be there. They could just be standing here. But it is there, and so they're reflected in it, and it's just really pretty. It's really pretty. I like it. And there's this huge divide between them. Big framing divide. Actually, is it just me, or did they look like they're standing in the eyes of the Ava of Unit 1? Like the color palette that we've got here, this blue and the green. And then like an eye here, forehead. Let's go find there's a scene where Shinji stands like right in front of the Ava. No, it's before this. Yeah. Where he's like, let me pilot it. Okay, I guess it's totally different. Okay, never mind. It doesn't look like they're standing in the eyes of the Ava. I was just reaching. Okay. Yeah, if you keep cutting ties like this, that will lead to a harsh life. Yeah. Your activity will be restricted. Why was Toji chosen? All of the candidates were from your class, and it was all set up beforehand. That's the stuff that she found out about Nerve setting all this up. But me, I was projecting all my dreams, hopes, purpose, desire, everything onto you. Sorry for that. Yeah, that is what she did. That's a lot of pressure for a little kid. I won't pilot Neva again. And she remarks that he is speaking aggressively and she's never heard him speak like that before. Shinji has definitely grown quite a bit as a character. He is no longer a doormat. He'll no longer do things because he's told to do them. I think anybody who has ever said that Shinji is a character who doesn't like have an arc or grow as a character is watching a different show, because this is a pretty damn clear journey for him to self-actualization and like having his own will. It's pretty clear, pretty straightforward. Yeah. Standing up for himself. And then he's standing there. I think after she's left. Yeah, she leaves. He's waiting for the train. Whew, whew. State of emergency. Shinji gets to see the horror of an angel's attack. And it's the most powerful angel that we've seen so far. It is just bashing through to the Geofront. And they're struggling to figure out what to do. This was kind of weird. Yeah. I think the filtering that whatever filtering he did kind of fucked up, because look at how blocky this bit of the footage got. Maybe it's just an early tier digital effect. Maybe. But look at the artifacting there. That's really weird. You see that? Where is it? Okay. I can't tell. I don't know if that's intentional or based on the filter that he's using for this particular rip. But that is some mad bad deblocking. Or mad blocking and artifacting. Yikes. Yeah, big fucking booms. They are planning to fight inside the Geofront. Ray tries to interface with Unit 01. It won't work. Mama's awake. I assume that this probably happened when he was in the other dimensional space angel. And his mother's form sort of awakened. I can imagine that seeing this episode without knowing what I know about the Evas would be kind of crazy, because, like, when Ritsuko says, now she is truly awakened, it's like, what? Who? It's not gonna work anymore. And then Gendo says, that has an interesting line. Where is it? No, I must have skipped it. Ah, yes, there we go. Yes, it's rejecting me. Not it's rejecting Ray. It's rejecting me. So his wife is rejecting him because well, this is where we get to stretch, but because he's rejected Shinji, because he's pushed Shinji away. It's a custody battle. Okay. Then Rei says, even if I die, I can be replaced. Is Rei human? I decided I'd never pilot again. I made the decision, but now can you stick to it, Shinji? Can you stick to it? Nope. They breach. Rei is waiting in the geofront. Even if Shinji isn't here, I can do this by myself. Her pride is so wrapped up in her piloting skills. And then it shows up, and she just unloads clip after clip after clip after clip, and then rocket launchers. Just like getting more and more. Actually, does her expression change over the course of this? Yeah. She's getting more and more, like, angry. As she escalates the weaponry. It's doing nothing. And then it unfolds its arm weapon things. Huh? Yeah, huh is right. Whoosh. Cuts her arms off. Terrifying. And she just runs toward it. Nothing that she can do. Cut all the nerve connections and head severed. Shinji's chilling in this shelter over in the corner. Boom. Asuka's head. This is happening because you're not there, Shinji. The angel, as soon as she's no longer stopping it, it just ignores her. They try the dummy plug. Full rejection. And then Gendo. Oh, his eyes are black. Interesting. Gendo's like, I'm out of here. What's he going to go do? Just to think? Maybe. What are you doing? Do you want to die? Maybe. He's just watching this. And then Kaji. Kaji's just chilling. What are you doing here? Dude, that's my line. Yeah. I decided that I wasn't going to pilot an Eva. And since I decided that, here I am. Oh, okay. So, all that, you could be stopping that, huh? And instead, you're just standing here. Kaji is... It's not welcome inside Nerve, and so here I am watering the plants. This is where I want to be when I die. In the end, I want to be here when I die. He says, it's nice between Miyasato's breasts, but this is where I really want to be. This is who I really am. It's because it's a time like this. Because if that angel gets to Adam, the third impact will occur and humanity will be destroyed. Boom. He's resigned to that completely because there's nothing that he can do. But you, Shinji, and then this is, the battle is just going on, continuing behind them. It's just nuts. The only thing that can stop it is the one thing with a power equal to an angel, is the Eva. And then we see Rei carrying an N2 mine. Awesome running scene. She powers it through the AT field. And it appears to be a contact explosion. What happened to Unit 0? She may be dead. She very well may be. What has she done? What have you done, Shinji? Shinji, all I can do is stand here and water the plants. But you have something that you can do, that only you can do. You might have noticed that when this line came up, I wrote, something only you can do, Gridman in brackets. Huge. Okay, Gridman makes a bunch of Ava references, and I wrote that because I realized that one of the main, lines of Gridman is, there's something that I must do, something that only I can do. It's like the resolved statement by the main character. Repeatedly. And he's told this by a number of side characters. They're all like, there's something only you can do. Something you must do. That only you can do. Only you can do it. And eventually, he gets caught in a dream thing, and he breaks out of it by saying, sorry, but there's something that I must do. Something that only I can do. It's like over and over and over in Gridman. It's a reference. 100%. Fantastic. So that you don't have any regrets. Because if you walk away now, you will have regrets. We get this shaking hand, which we'll see again, and then his fists are clenched. Think for yourself and make the decision by yourself. Think about what you ought to do now. He's tight-lipped. It's actually kind of amazing that just in this side pose, this profile shot, we can see, and it's so simple. His lips are so simple, but we can see that he's pressing them together just from this curve. Just from the shape of his jaw and his face. He nods. And looks up. And he starts running into danger. Running straight toward suffering. Explosions behind him. Destruction. Main shaft is exposed. Too late. And then somehow he gets in there. I don't know how he got in. But it doesn't really matter. He shows up. Let me pilot it. Let me pilot Unit 1. Gendo looking down at him again. Father. And then the resolve. The strength to answer. Because I am the pilot. We've been waiting for him to say this the whole time. What's Gendo's expression? Unfazed. Gendo doesn't have a choice. And then when we get the angel, where's it heading? Right here. Everybody get the fuck out of here. Too late. The angel is here. And it's just staring at her. Hello. It's about to do a blasty boom. Boom! Hi, I'm Shinji Ikari, pilot of Unit 01. And then we get an amazing battle inside headquarters. Oh. gets his arm cut off, and Gendo gets splattered with blood. I didn't even notice that. Splattered with blood, the wall beside him totally destroyed, and he is just unfazed. That's amazing. We get a fist fight. It's almost a tokusatsu type fight. Rams him into the shaft thing. Shoots them up. Shinji just screaming, fighting, pulling. And then, yeah, he looks crazed. Absolutely out of it. And power out. It stabs and cuts through. Blows the fuck out of it. And reveals the same kind of core. The S2 engine, I assume. That's an S2 engine. And then it begins bashing it the same way that they've had to do to kill any of the other angels. Fantastic and alien and weird. Gorgeous. Bash, 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 bash. Move, 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 move. If you don't move, everyone's going to die. I don't want that. So, please move. And then we get this light from within. We've seen before, and which is heavily featured in the OP. I believe it's the first scene of the OP. Huh? What's happening? Light becomes blue. Just tears through it. AT field at maximum. The sound design is fantastic. It takes a bunch of the strips of like fabric-y angel stuff and just sticks them onto its severed arm. And they become a human hand. What? 400% sync rate. Does that mean she's really awakened? So if I didn't know that it was Shinji's mom, this would be like, who? What? It's his mom. And yes, she's awake. Incredible fight. And then the breathing is like ape-like. It's like a gorilla. Then gets on all fours on its knuckles and like crawls over. Animalistic. Inhuman. Just as alien as the angel. Maybe more so because of the human arm. For some reason that makes it even stranger. Steam rising from its breath. And looking around like a predator over prey. Like, and then it starts to chow down. And it's horrifying. Taking the S2 engine into itself. Into herself. Got the full eye. That's that eye we saw before. So if this Eva has an S2 engine inside it from an angel, does that mean it has essentially infinite power? Because the angels are like self-propelled as far as we know. Does that mean that this Eva no longer needs a power cord? Maybe. Just chowing down. And it bursts through the restraints. We find out that it's not actually armor. Suppress the Ava's true power. And Kaji is like, this was the goal. Or something. I don't know. Seal won't stay quiet for this. Or is it Sail? Shale? Shelly? I don't know. Is this also part of your script, Commander Ikari? I don't know about that. It's begun, hasn't it? It all begins here. Okay, if you say so, Gendo. I feel like it began 19 episodes ago, but if you say so, then we get into... We're in the home stretch. That's what that means to me. We are in the home stretch. Shit's gonna be crazy from here on out. And of course, I don't know how crazy. I just know that lots of people have been like, ah ha 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 ha, you're gonna have your mind twisted inside out. I'm ready. Let's do it. This was a great episode. Really stellar. Really interesting. I wonder what happens next. How does this Ava get contained? Does it? Or does it go on a rampage? Does Shinji have any control over it at this point? Or is it truly just a rampaging beast? How does he feel about what the actions that it's currently taking? You know, being all beast-like and running around on all fours and eating angels and stuff. How does he feel about that? I don't know. I'd like to find out. Is Rei alive? Is Asuka alive? I think Asuka's alive. Yeah, she's definitely alive. But, not doing so hot. Had her head cut off and both of her arms cut off. Rei, on the other hand, got exploded. Or exploded herself. She might be dead. It's quite possible. The use of color, composition, framing, and just design in this episode was tippy top notch. It was really good. There were a lot of what seemed like cost saving measures, like a lot of still shots, still long shots with conversation over them. But the sheer prettiness of the design and composition of the shots made that totally okay with me. Good episode. Very good. Well, I was thinking might do 2, but I've already got an hour recorded, so it's just gonna be this one for this week. So, Evangelion, episode 19. I've been Teeaboo, this has been Ava. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one. Peace.